Welcome back to City on a Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG actual play podcast. Let's meet the team.
Hi, I'm Grant, and I'm the GM.
Hi, I'm Peter, and I'm playing Faramond Bahar, Human Paladin.
Hi, I'm Daniel, and I'm playing Ansel, the Inquisitive Rogue.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I am playing Ruach, the Air Genasi Shepherd.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm playing Reepsy Piven, the Satyr Druid.
Hi, I'm William. I'm playing Myastin Zarbrax. I am a Dragonborn wizard.
We hope you enjoy our show. Welcome back to City on the Hill Gaming. I am Ryan, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Grant. So, Grant.
How's it going, folks?
All right.
Good. Anybody remember what we were doing? Because it's been a while.
So
No.
I think
Right.
we talked to the little mushroom people, and then we were going to find their village because something was terrorizing their village deeper in the cave.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's right. And we came across
And
this
then-
big geode thing.
Yeah.
So let's
And
recap real quick for William, who was absent.
Yes.
William,
Thank you.
you all had delved into a cave that you had found. You'd found some tracks, human tracks or humanoid tracks leading into it, and found some mushroomy folks hanging out by a depression in a large cavern. And they all sort of looked at you and released a cloud of spores once you got close. And then you actually heard in your, Myastin heard in his mind, them going, someone smart we can speak with. And then you negotiated for a little bit and agreed to translate for them as they used their telepathic spores to communicate through you to everyone in the party. You also stayed back to think with them more. It's been enlightening, frankly. Whole lot going on deep in here, but the point is their village is currently flooded because something has moved in near them, clogged up the outlet for an underground stream, and has flooded a good chunk of this cavern. They've asked you to help, and you've all agreed because it occurred to you that having ready access to an underground stream and basically underground oasis nobody else knows about, such as whoever's setting up these hostels and stealing oases, might not be a bad thing.
Also, we're just helpful.
Yeah, there's that, but, they go hand in hand. It's not like you're keeping it for yourself.
No.
You've adventured through some of the cavern, fought off some really nasty thockas, and
Yeah, those things are horrible.
yeah, they're really nasty, especially with one less person than I expected, frankly.
They beat the stuffing out of us, not to...
Yeah, but that's okay. You all
right.
You all rested, helped a unconscious orc to wake up, and you talked with him for a little bit, and then continued on your way, climbed up a bit of a cliff, and are currently staring at a geode whose other side disappears into darkness. Yeah, it's well outside the range of your light source. There's a bit of a pathway where there's basically sort of a fault in the geode where crystals have not really formed along the part of the bottom, and it's sort of raised up a little bit. There are definitely crystals, all amethyst, down the sides. You probably don't want to slip and fall down the edge of this ridge, but the path is 10, 15 feet wide in some places, so you're not at significant risk of that unless something dramatic and interesting were to happen in this giant room filled with natural spikes.
Dun, dun,
Said the
dun.
GM in the
Subtle,
least
yeah.
comforting way ever.
Mm-hmm. Accurate.
Or it could also be, perhaps you decide to do something interesting and dramatic in this room filled with natural spikes. I'm not going to railroad.
I mean, they are very shiny.
They're
That's
gorgeous.
facts.
I should perhaps note that if you let yourselves down, there's no danger, right? If you make a controlled climb down. Just FYI.
But if we full send,
If
that might
you
be
leap off, climb up to the ceiling and go, oh, shiny, and jump to the other side, it may be a problem. Yes.
Less than advisable. Okay. Noted.
Unwise.
Spiky.
Minor details.
Okay, well, I suppose we should proceed with caution.
Indeed. As you begin to set across, you hear footsteps from behind you, and a slightly out of breath Miaston catches up.
Oh. Welcome.
How are the mushroom people back there? Everybody doing okay?
I think they are.
But
I'll accept that answer. Yeah.
I like to think that was a pun.
You're going to have to
probably.
give it to me because I missed that one.
He thinks they
Me
are.
too.
They're telepathic.
Oh.
Yeah, they chose him to think at.
Well, if he thinks they are, then I'm sure it's fine.
All right, let's not put Descartes before the horse.
There it is. Good to be
boy.
back.
So am I supposed to be delivering a message, or did I just run up and join the group?
So let's talk a little bit. You've had some fascinating conversations with them. A couple of interesting things to note. First, they identify themselves as myconids. They've lived down here for a long time. This cavern was not previously really exposed to the outside world. The general elemental chaos going on in the high wastes opened up this cave entrance, and this is the first time they're really interacting with anyone or anything from the outside above world. There's a lot that they're curious about. There's a lot you're curious about. They've asked you all sorts of questions, some surprising blank spots in their knowledge. They're also definitely a hive mind, and their little colony is linked, although rather indirectly, to what they call the Ring, which is the network of myconid colonies, as near as you can tell, at least across the high wastes or underneath it, possibly further.
Conceivably the whole world.
Maybe it seems to be more of a relay system where they're like sort of passing messages to neighbors and that sort of thing. Like they're not directly linked, but the colonies all are essentially a hive mind.
All right then.
They also have given you an enormous amount of geological and geographical information about everything going on below the desert, and frankly, Miaston, it's amazing. It's a treasure trove. Who cares what else is going on? You have found what you have been after for ages.
Well, I'll just stay here then.
Knowledge.
But you have finally broken away from them for a little bit, caught up with your fellows, and here you are, staring over, again, another geological wonder, a geode that's absolutely enormous.
And it's glowing, right? There's a ambient light.
No.
It's our
Oh.
ambient light.
Then Reap is gonna go wolf spider again.
Okay.
Reasonable.
All right. Yeah, I would. I'm not comfortable enough being in bat form while there's giant pitfalls of spiky doom, so I'm gonna just be fine walking with everyone else.
Okay.
And I don't have any way of transforming into another form, so
I mean, it's pretty great.
You
You should try to get you one though. They're pretty great.
Well, I wouldn't want to steal your shtick.
Dark vision 60 feet. I'm gonna scurry up a wall.
Okay.
So are the purple areas on the map, are those more pits?
Yeah, the purple areas
Okay.
on the map are going down into the crystal-lined floor. You're really sort of on what you'd almost call like a walkway.
Okay.
Not really a
gonna-
catwalk, but a raised walkway above all of these crystal-filled pits.
I'm going to drop off the edge and just kind of scurry down over the edge and just do a quick run around down in the crystals.
Yeah. You pick your way across. There's lots of little sharp places to hold on to, and it's great.
Cool.
It's neat.
And I come back to the group and just kind of thumbs up-ish, like
No.
with one arm. not
This is
really
the
with a
peacock
thumb,
spider
but,
thing
like,
where he like waves his limbs around and stuff.
Yeah, back legs can't come up and just wiggle.
1,000 tiny hellos.
What?
And then, yeah, I'm going to head back to the ceiling and start moving forward just to get this little bit of a scout going.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I think we should walk forward. Who's the Ruach has the light source. I nominate Ruach to lead.
I accept your. Why not? Sure, let's go.
All right, it's been seconded.
Full
The
send.
motion passes.
All right.
Hello, I am
Y'all
light
move,
source.
move yourselves along.
I'll stick next to the light source since I have protective abilities, and if somebody tries to extinguish him, I want to be right
Hey
here
now!
to prevent it.
Whoa! What now?
He said he's helping.
Yeah, I'm doing the bodyguard thing next to you, Mr. Light Source.
No. It's the word extinguish. It's the phrase extinguish me that I find concerning.
Yes, well, that is what I am attempting to prevent from happening. I didn't volunteer to do that. You know me better than that by now.
No. I
You're
don't.
aghast.
I just don't want to think that anyone is intending to extinguish Ruach.
Well, let's hope not. But
It's
just in
hurtful.
case somebody is,
And that's fair. Better safe than sorry.
exactly.
Y'all continuing along? How
Yeah.
are we doing this?
Yep.
Cool. Reap, there are signs of life up here on the ceiling.
Oh, that I like a lot less because he said ceiling at the end there. That seems
Yeah.
bad.
Um,
That seems very bad.
some sticky, mucusy sort of stuff up there that's kind of gross.
Grant, you're not helping it.
I'm going to go up to the nearest one and just kind of tap it with a front leg.
Cool. As you do that, I need all 5 of you
Oh no.
Okay, sure.
to tell me what one material thing you want right now.
Oh,
It can be petty. It can be, life-changing. What's one, like the one material thing that would be most appealing to your characters just right in this moment? Hot cup of coffee? Chest full of gems? Your choice.
doesn't seem helpful here. Interesting.
Oh man, for Ansel, like the top of my head, he wants like a boba milk tea. Like that would be the best thing in the world for him. Like one of those iced teas
Yeah.
that's like super milky and has little jelly
Yeah.
beads on them. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go hard raincoat
A raincoat?
Cold
Yeah,
glass
'cause-
of water.
because icky slippy stuff on the ceiling dripping down.
Which
just
you don't
sounds
know
really
about.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Huh. A better light source?
What kind?
Something I don't have to keep concentrating on. I think is all Ruach's really because wait is light concentration? Light might not be concentration.
I don't think light's concentration, no.
It's just like a one-off. Something that gives us more light.
Gotcha.
Like
Let's go with that.
like a
like a
staff.
strong bullseye lantern or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because
A
light is only a
sentient
20-foot
musical
radius.
instrument.
Oh, I mean, there's a flex. All right.
What was that?
A sentient musical instrument to accompany me.
Nice.
I mean, look, fair.
And
What?
Gaston?
Well, I was gonna say the light thing, but that's been taken.
Well, no. You can both want it.
Sure, I could go for my own light source.
Reap, you see a harp with an animated. So you've got the curved arch of the harp that sort of sits up against the shoulder, and then a solid piece that's out kind of in front where the hands go, right?
Yep.
It's appropriately sized. It's not a sit-down harp. It's kind of a traveling harp. That frontispiece is carved to look like a satyr. It's hard to tell what any real details about the figure, but you can tell that it is a satyr, and you can see it moving, singing along essentially as the strings gently pluck themselves, unmoving. It's being lowered down to the floor. Ruach, there's a lamp just kind of hovering in midair. Maston, again, a similar lamp. Both of them, a lamp or lantern, fairly ornate, like good, solid, sturdy structure, but also good looking. Ansel, that boba tea looks delicious right there, like about 6 feet off the ground. It's like just where you could reach up and take it. Pheromone, that cold water looks so refreshing. It's got ice. You have not seen ice in years. And now I need all of you to make will saves.
Yeah, there it is.
Wisdom saves?
Yes, wisdom saves. That's right, because this is not D&D 3.5.
That is a hard thing to shake.
It really is. It's one of the few things that I struggle with.
You said wisdom.
That's a 25 for
Anybody
Reap.
who's within 10 feet of me, which right now is just me, Aston, gets a +3 bonus on the save.
You said how many feet of you?
10. There's a blue aura, so mine's actually a 14.
Ooh, okay, I'm just outside. 10.
Yeah, so we got a 10, a 12, a 14, a 19, and a 25 from Reap. Right. So Ruach and Ansel. Well, let me say, Miastin, Pheromond, and Reap. That's stupid. Why would that be here? That makes no sense. Ansel and Ruach, it doesn't occur to you. Whatever little spell, whatever temptation is happening here doesn't quite occur to you in time before you just reach out and take it because it's right there. Of course it would be there. It's what you want.
Oh man, this can be so good.
Yo, I have concerns. Okay. Full send.
And that's when you grab something that is sticky and stringy and start getting hauled up toward the ceiling.
Oh no.
Whoa, Nelly!
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Was this your tea?
The spell breaks, or I should say the effect breaks. The rest of you save, and immediately, once you sort of shake off that magical suggestion being projected by the very large silkworm-like things up on the ceiling,
Oh, good.
with the mouths and the pincers and the
Right.
sticky stuff
Uh-huh.
hauling you up. Yeah, the illusion fades.
Can I tackle one of the people that's being hauled towards the ceiling and try and break them away from the stuff that's sticking them?
Sure. I'll say that you are going to slow their ascent and give advantage on it, but you're also going up with them.
That's fine. I have a sword.
Great.
Reap wants to, whichever one Pheromone did not go for.
Mhm.
So which one is Pheromone grabbing?
I probably went for Ansel because he's the guy who I'm technically guarding.
Yes.
Then I will I'll run in. I want to try to sever. I'm a spider. I can't sever, but go attack the one that's pulling up Ruach.
you can
you're-
see something kind of in a hole cut into the ceiling is slowly pulling up this string, this very sticky string. There are others around in sort of a colony up here.
So two things. One, Reap, your spider. You can just add more webbing and sticky stuff. And two, as Pheromone tackles Ansel, Ansel goes, "No, I'll split it with you. It's fine. We can both have the tea."
Excellent.
Tea?
You guys are about 10 feet off the ground now. What's the next step?
Well, as I previously mentioned, I have a sword, and I'm hoping I can cut this line before we get too much further up, because a 10-foot drop's not too bad. A 30-foot one would be pretty bad.
Yeah. Ansel.
I guess I'm gonna also be reaching for my sword. I mean, if Pheromone's got me, and then the other thing also has me, I don't know if I could reach my sword. Or no,
Yeah,
we've established that I keep my daggers just like rolled up in my backpack where they're not useful at all.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I guess I'm just kind of along for the ride.
Well, you could certainly try and make a strength check or something to break this.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's do that. If Ansel is known for one thing,
Yeah,
it's
give me a
his
strength save, and I'm going to let you roll that with advantage because you have Pheromone's additional weight pulling on you.
Okay.
Pheromone's not that heavy, although his armor and stuff is. So,
Yeah, but
right.
you're still a full-grown adult.
yes, I know. I'm
All
bad
right.
joke.
14, one short.
Yep. All right. Well, it's a good thing we didn't keep that too.
Austin, what are you doing?
Don't really know. Could I maybe use ice knife to try to cut the line? Something like that, or
Yeah,
I have
you
no
can,
idea.
you can use whatever you want.
Okay.
But this is not ask permission. It's I'm going to try this.
Okay. Then I'm going to try it. I think it's
Great. Who's are you aiming for? Because they're sort of being pulled in slightly different directions.
remind me again who's been taken.
Ansel and Ruach.
Yeah.
Rock.
Ruach has the light. Ansel.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Ansel has
else.
pheromone hanging off of him at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Ansel has pheromone, so let's go with Ruach.
Yeah, Ruach's also being pulled up faster because it's not the weight of two people. So
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with his.
great. Sort of just winging this to a certain degree here. Yeah, you actually managed to hit whatever is pulling Ruach up, and there's a sudden jerk as Ruach stops and starts to drop down slightly. It also means he's not being pulled out over the spikes.
That's appreciated. Thank you.
I'll take it.
He's still 10 feet up, but you've definitely scared or startled you. Reap, you see the flash of a bolt of ice crashing into the ceiling, and whatever's pulling Ruach up pulls back into the hole cut into the ceiling up here that it's kind of slowly pulling the strand into.
Mhm.
And it leaves it alone. You give me a nature check while you're up here.
Okay. Nature.
18. Whatever these are, you've not seen these before, most likely, but you understand that this is definitely it's a predator, but in the sense of a carnivore that eats other creatures, that are alive. It is not particularly aggressive. This is clearly something that lies in wait, lays out a trap, in this case magically augmented because it's a D&D world and these things happen, and eventually pulls up food that is trapped and can't escape. Things that fight back, they don't seem particularly accustomed to or adapted to.
Then I'm going to run over and so the other one dropped. The first one dropped Ruach.
It stopped pulling at him. He's still stuck to the ceiling, but it's not pulling on the thread that's been stuck to the ceiling anymore. It's not pulling him in, reeling him in.
Okay.
And
then
it has retreated into its little hidey hole.
But Ansel's is still poking out.
Yes.
Then I'm going to run over and bite that one.
great. You don't have to roll anything. This is, again, it's not really adapted for this sort of it's not used to other things on the ceiling with it, by and large. You get
It's
it.
like,
And,
hey, where'd you come from?
it sort of feebly claws at you, doesn't really do anything, and then pulls back into its hole to retreat as well. Ansel, there's a jerk, and you and Faramond are slowly swinging back and forth, not too far, thankfully, above this walkway. I mean, it's a little disconcerting to be swinging even slightly towards the very glinty edges of those amethyst crystals, but you should be fine.
Those look pointy.
Can I either sacred flame the strands or the creature?
The strands would be much easier.
Okay.
Because you just kind of reach up at it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm
Cool.
tempted to guiding bolt it because that's gonna do more.
We're sort of in a narrative
Okay,
space.
I'll sacred flame it then.
Yeah. You do so. Roll me 1d6. You take that much falling damage as you.
Oh, that's fine. 3.
There you go. 3. You take 3 falling damage as you hit the walkway. Don't quite roll off the side, thankfully. And the rest of that sticky strand sort of glistens above you, and you have goop stuck to your whatever your dominant hand is. It's kind of gross.
I use my staff to kind of grab hold of something and make sure I don't slide off.
Faramond and Ansel.
He flies
Not
through
going up.
the air with the greatest of ease.
There was some activity, some sort of unpleasant insectile squabble above you, and then you stopped moving.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of sort of like climb up Ansel's backpack and hack at this strand that's got us suspended here.
There you go. Knee right in the back of the neck.
Gow,
Yeah.
my kidney.
Just like maximum uncomfortableness for poor Ansel. Like,
Excellent.
it's not actually going to injure him at all, but it's just, you know.
Oh, yeah. A grip in like exactly that part of like the back where it's like, oh, no, that hurts. Stop.
Yeah.
That's my collarbone.
Yeah.
Great. Cutting at it?
Yep.
Give me a strength save again with advantage.
Okay.
And you do have
Remember to add +3 to this. 22.
Yeah, 22. You manage to cut this and pull your sword free of the sticky strand as it gives way as well.
Excellent.
Each of you roll me 1d6.
All right. While I'm falling, I'm gonna try to flap my cape like I'm flying.
Awesome.
Fairman lands hard as always.
I mean,
Max
you did
damage
land
from
like
falling.
you may have like rolled your ankle slightly falling on Ansel.
Oh!
I D6.
Ansel, however, is almost entirely unfazed, rolling a 1. So
The cape works.
Pheromone takes
Yes.
damage from everything, part 427.
yes.
I probably have the highest armor class in this entire party, and yet I get injured the most.
I know.
This is it's just bizarre.
I mean, build a tank and be upset when you end up tanking? I don't know.
I'm not supposed to tank like random. You know what? Never mind. Let's move on.
No, I'm pretty sure taking falling damage is just part of D&D.
Yeah, that's. You have a point. It
Um,
pains me to admit it, but you have a point.
You know who
In
it
the
also pains? Faramond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah, exactly. In the meantime, reap the other creatures, whatever these are, these silkworm-like creatures, or not silkworm, glowworm, I should say, glowworm type creatures. You see them all sort of pulling back into similar holes. Since they all sense that something is not right. There
growl
is
in
nothing
spider.
else something predatory among them, and they start kind of sealing up holes with more sticky, mucousy webbing.
Yeah, you do that.
I use my back
Rub
leg to
yourself
like
into the ceiling.
push
guys
dirt
have
on
any-
them like a dog.
Do you guys have any more tea?
Okay. Yeah, at least we're down.
Good
That's
heavens.
not nothing.
That's just what I wanted.
Yes.
The tea was a lie.
Oh, no.
I'm making a note here. Huge success.
9 out of 10 would pun again.
I'm going to kill you, and all the cake is gone.
It's hard to overstate my satisfaction.
I mean, look.
Do what you must because you can, right?
For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.
All right, moving briskly forward.
Yes, before this turns into all of us singing "Still Alive" and we get like taken off for copyright.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of DMCA cut violations, yeah.
All right, I guess we keep moving forward or around.
In a safe direction.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out for any more swinging boba teas.
They're the remaining strands that you guys, the other three, ignored or are still sort of dangling there, but nothing's pulling at them, and you can easily kind of just walk around them. The walkway is thankfully wide enough where you can, use something and just sort of gently push them out of the way if they're not, or just duck under them.
Can we maybe like tie them to each other?
I mean, you can. I wouldn't say it does a lot of good.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Oh, sort of like a
I
belay
took max
system?
falling damage. I'm feeling spiteful.
To show you, big
Tie
dumb
your stupid
worms.
predatory shoelaces together.
Okay, Grant,
Yeah.
out here in the distance to Ruwak's north, top right corner.
Yeah.
Purple down, not purple, level with us.
Correct.
So floating or just
Not
actually like
Just sort of raised up.
spiry. Okay.
Um,
How deep does it appear?
I mean, it's only like 10, 12 feet deep. It's just sharp.
It's the spikes that are the problem. Okay.
Yeah,
All
really,
right,
it's
gotcha.
quite sharp.
Okay, so I mean, do we hit a certain point where it appears like I'm gonna take the light source and move it, sorry. Where we've hit sort of like a finite amount of crossing space? I mean, for
There
people who
are
aren't reap,
There's definitely some gaps.
I guess
Are
people
these
who aren't reap
5-foot squares or 10-foot squares?
5 foot.
so we
5
could
foot,
like
okay.
full send it over here, right?
Yeah, I think. Does everyone just get like a 5-foot jump? Like that's just a movement action, isn't it?
You can jump with a running jump, I think, up to half your speed, I believe. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. You cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. If you make a standing long jump, only half that distance.
Checks his strength score real quick. Okay.
Oh yeah, as long as nothing's further than 11, I'm fine.
10
Yeah.
for me. Okay.
Yeah, same.
So like I could end up where reap is. Relatively speaking. Like
Yeah.
when I say where reap is, like I could jump from this edge to like here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And does this require like an athletics check or
No,
just
it's
like
just limited by your strength score.
okay.
If you land in difficult terrain, you have to make an acrobatics check to land on your feet. If there's a low obstacle or something, there's a DC 10 strength athletics check to clear it. But oddly enough, athletics doesn't really
Oh yeah,
add
that's true.
to jumping, with the exception of high jump. You can, I can allow you to make an athletics check to jump a little bit higher, right?
So if I shoot for like right here, can I just land that safely, relatively speaking?
Barely. Yeah. What's your strength score?
10. So running, that would give me
10 feet.
okay.
You're good.
All right, I will have to do exactly the same thing because my strength is 11.
Great. You actually make it slightly more easily than Ruok.
Yeah. Oh, I was grabbing the wrong character. Hup. All right, now I'll move out of the way in case anyone else needs to.
Now I'm just really worried Yostin's strength score isn't going to be high enough. I don't remember what it is.
Gaboink.
The 9.
It's a 9, no.
I didn't really follow the math, but it should be able to make it, I believe.
You might, end up slamming into the side of it and taking some scrapes.
Okay, so 9 is the jump.
Theoretically, you might also have friends who can try and grab you and keep you from sliding down the sharp wall.
We can do that, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I probably have. Wait, well, I don't know if I would have rope. What's in my backpack?
It's not
I've got
really
rope
the
at
sort
the
of
very
situation rope will help is the problem.
But rope helps everything.
Accurate.
You just need like 100 feet of rope and pitons, and then you're good. You can do any D&D campaign with rope and pitons.
Accurate. That checks out.
All right, so I guess we're just gonna go for it.
Actually, speaking of rope, I mean, if we really want to get fancy with it, can we have Reap carry it up to the ceiling, like tie it around something as a spider and let him swing across?
Or
That's
or
actually
just
a very solid idea.
Carry it up?
Isn't
Yes.
well, I mean, as a spider,
Well-
he could just make a safety net.
Do wolf spiders make silk?
Touche.
Not really, no.
I didn't think so. I know I have like weird web abilities, but not actually creating web.
Okay, so we go back and get the boba tea strings, and then
The tea was a lie, Ansel.
a man
I do have
can
a-
dream.
Yes, but a
I
man
give a
cannot
+1
plan
for strength.
with resources that are not actually there. Or if one does, their plan is doomed to failure from the outset.
That has never stopped me before.
Yes, why do you think I'm here?
Full send it, brother. Full send it.
I think we can all just like stand near the edge and pretty much catch Myosin when he jumps and just pull him up.
Yeah, that seems probably like the best way of going about this.
All right.
There's no sense making this more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah.
I'll
But
save
it's
that for
fun.
later.
Yeah, we do not need to do a full-fledged skill challenge just to get one person across a 10-foot jump. That seems excessive.
Wouldn't
Great,
be us
you
if we didn't-
solved
Unless
my-
the GM says otherwise. I mean, I'm not
Touche.
running this game, but
You have solved my narrow gap puzzle.
All right, so you want me to count down or you just want me to jump?
Countdown.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, jump.
Yep.
And then I land somewhere in there. I don't know.
In there seems good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you catch me?
yeah,
We should be fine.
grabbed probably by 3 people at once and hauled over.
It's just 6 hands reach out when you get there and just
Ah! This is creepier than I expected.
Pull him in, pull him in, pull him in, pull him in.
unless Reap gets involved, and then 14 hands reach out.
Oh,
This is really uncomfortable.
it's not great. Oh, Reap, I love it. Okay. I have a concern
I
about,
like the spider's got like little human hands on the end of all of its
No,
legs just for
no.
extra creepiness factor.
Why?
We can get him. We can get him
Peter,
tiny
why?
white gloves
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not mad at that.
and
though.
a,
Even
and
like
a
an
top
old
hat.
school animated.
And a cane or several canes.
No, we get him 8 monocle. Well, 4 monocles.
Half. Yes, you need half as many monocles. Correct.
Okay.
I
So
don't feel
we're
like we
on.
can make the jumps to the rest of these really. Like maybe to here, but then like nowhere else.
What does the rock formation on the ceiling look like?
Yastin, roll me 1d6. Take that much
man.
slashing damage as your legs slam into those crystals. 4 damage. Woo. There you go. Reap.
What does the ceiling look like around here?
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting to. It's
Okay.
actually all crystals and holes. Lovely holes. There's definitely an exit that you can see and sense to the northeast.
Would it be possible if I ran down and got a rope to find a angle of crystal to tie the rope off so they can swing across?
The question is, will you be able to tie it?
I got 8 hands.
Real
No,
quick
you have
here,
8 little pincer claws.
The real question, I think, is whether or not any of us can swing
as
across
I'm
on it.
grabbing Miastin to
8
pull it over the
toes.
ledge, I'm going to use 4 points of lay on hands on him just for the record. I put that in the chat, but I didn't say it out loud, and this is an actual play. So
There you go. I suppose I should clarify. As a wolf spider, you probably have 16 toes total.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly, you said if we decided to carefully lower ourselves down, we can just like get down to the bottom of the crystal and then just kind of climb back up.
Yeah.
Why
And then
don't
like,
we
kind
just
of walk around gingerly?
we just carefully climb
slow,
down.
It'll be slow going, but yeah, and you'll tear up your packs and that sort of thing, but it will certainly not hurt you.
We could just put our packs on the giant wolf spider and sure. We'll give him the packs one at a time, and then just let him drop all those off, and then we will carefully. I don't mind carefully just climbing down and then crawling back up.
Excellent. You proceed then with no real further incident, although it's definitely slower. But good news, you don't slam anyone into the side of anything this time around.
these crystals are pretty, guys.
They are lovely. If anybody wants to pocket, frankly, any amount of large amethyst, now's absolutely the time to do so.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna just like take a chunk. Like golf ball sized.
Yeah, the nice thing is, despite your best efforts, some of this stuff will just kind of break off as you're moving through. Some of this is large crystal, but a lot of it is small and fairly delicate, and it just breaks off. And
I'm having Cave of Wonder flashbacks.
Pheromon kind of like thoughtfully taps at an area and then takes like a piece of amethyst the size of a basketball with a whole bunch of inclusions in it and just
softball
awkwardly stuffs it into his pack. Like,
there you go. I'll let you figure out how much weight that is. I don't care.
Appreciated.
Big rock.
Big rock. I mean, listen. Put shiny rock in pocket is a fundamental human principle. So
accurate,
especially adventurers. I mean, come on. Like,
or small children. Or
I was going to say that's really a very small child thing. Yes.
Oh no, it's not. It's not just a small child thing.
It's also a me thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty rock.
Yeah. So you guys get across, and there is a crack, large crack, I should say, in the side of it that, or fissure, really, where this kind of scar that you're walking along, this imperfection, kind of exits the geode, and it's more of the same cavern.
All right.
So
there's a musty smell emanating from this hallway, and there's definitely some mushrooms growing, and you're starting to see kind of some thin, kind of algae-ish or fungusy sort of layers on the walls and floor and ceiling.
I think we're getting closer to the village.
We are, in fact, probably getting closer to the village. Yes.
I want to tap on the
Considering
mushrooms
that
and
we've
see
been
if they look
walking this whole
poisonous.
time, I would hope we were getting closer to the village.
Make me that nature check, since you're checking out
Yeah.
the mushrooms.
11.
To the best of your knowledge, no, these don't seem to be toxic, but then again, you've not really seen mushrooms the size of a giant wolf spider before, so who can say? The clump of mushrooms that Reap is looking at is about 15 feet across.
Do they react if I tap on them?
Not particularly.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we should just keep proceeding and maybe not mess with the mushrooms too much.
Do I think I don't know how to ask this in a way that's not like stretching it. With his connection with do we know what kind of people they were technically considered in terms of like a racial name?
Yeah.
Myconids?
Yep.
Myconids. With his connection to them, do I think Miastin has any connection to can pick up anything around us that we wouldn't be able to normally, I guess is my question.
That sounds like a question for Miastin, not me.
Hey, Miastin.
Sure.
Sure seems fine.
Yeah, if I can make a check and pick something up, I'm glad to do it.
You can focus really hard, put your hands to your temples, and try and communicate with the mushroom.
Thanks for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. For more information, you can find us online at cityonthehillgaming.com, email us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at cityonthehillgame. For more information on saving the game, you can find Peter, Grant, and Jenny at stgcast.org or at Saving the Game on Twitter. Thanks, and have a blessed day. Special thanks as always to our Patreon backers, Tony, Andrew, Ashley, Christina, and Joanne. Daniel, sound check things.
Okay. Prismari are the theater kids of Strixhaven, and magic is how they express themselves. Their spells can be spectacles of raw creativity or meticulous artistic expression. All the world's a stage, and whether their art is informed by mind or emotion, Prismari always leave a lasting impression. Their motto is express yourself with the elements.
Very good. When does that set drops in what, February?
Oh wait,
it's February now. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, time is a lie. I have no idea.
It's after Time Spiral Remastered spoilers.
Ooh. Time Spiral Remaster. Also excited for that. Ben.
This is crazy, right? I mean, not me as king. To be honest, that's way overdue. I should have been made king of something a long time ago. King of jokes, king of mercs, king of great pickup lines, king of weapons, king of good ideas. All right, fine. That last one's a little bit of a stretch.
What is that from?
Deadpool episode issue 2. I don't know which issue 2, but it's an issue 2.
An issue 2. And
because I know he has 4,000 titles. So
probably.
This is where he's king of Staten Island.
This is a book about the heart of Christ. Who is he? Who is he really? What is most natural to him? What ignites within him most immediately as he moves towards sinners and sufferers? What flows out most freely, most instinctively? Who is he? This book is written for the discouraged, the frustrated, the weary, the disenchanted, the cynical, the empty, those running on fumes, those whose Christian lives feel like constantly running up a descending escalator. Those of us who find ourselves thinking, how could I mess up that bad again? It is for that increasing suspicion that God's patience with us is wearing thin, for those who know that God loves us but suspect we have deeply disappointed him, who have told others of the love of Christ yet wonder if, as for us, he harbors mild resentment, who wonder if we have shipwrecked our lives beyond what can be repaired, who are convinced that we've permanently diminished our usefulness to the Lord, who have been swept off our feet by perplexing pain and are wondering how we can keep living under such numbing darkness, who look at our lives and how to interpret the data, but only by concluding that God is fundamentally parsimonious. It is written, in other words, for normal Christians. In short, it is for sinners and sufferers. How does Jesus feel about them?
What is that from?
That is from the introduction of Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortland.
Okay. And I'm going to have to ask this question. What does parsimonious mean?
Stingy.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Very interesting.
Yep.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time and read off of a physical paper magic card. Brineborn Cutthroat, 1 and a blue, for a 2/1 Merfolk Pirate. With Flash, whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Brineborn Cutthroat. This is about to go into one of my commander decks.
All right, then.
Oh man, every time I see that card show up on Arena, I think I'm about to lose this game.
That's the hope. Love Brineborn Cutthroat. Good card. Excellent card. William, say hi.
Hi.
Perfect.
Sorry, I'm late.
Hey,
Okay.
you made it.
And Grant.
Turning motion, walk. Fixed an issue where the character's forward-backward shift value was nullified when turning around while walking. Standing medium kick, shortened startup from 6 frames to 5 frames. Entire move shortened from 21 frames to 20 frames. Crouching medium kick, shortened startup from 7 frames to 6 frames. Entire move shortened from 23 to 22 frames. Changed frame advantage on hit from +4 to +5. Chikara Ashi changed frame advantage on block from +2 to +4 frames. Neko Damashi, V-Skill 1, shortened startup from 15 to 12 frames. Entire move shortened from 42 to 39 frames. Sumo Headbutt, increased knockback time on hit. Normal, V-Skill 2, medium 100-hand slap. Increased knockback time when the final attack lands in the air. EXO Icho Throw, increased active attack frames from 2 frames to 3 frames. Reduced frame advantage on whiff from 60 frames to 59 frames. And V-Trigger 1, Oni Daikaku, changed frame advantage on block from -4 to -2 frames, can now be canceled into when Sumo Headbutt hits. Canceled version has different damage and stun and damage from neutral version.
So
Those are patch notes from which Street Fighter game?
For E Honda?
Yes. Ooh, very good.
It wasn't
Latest
until you
patch notes
said-
for Street Fighter V. Big shakeup, actually. They added a whole new mechanic in Season 5. So
Oh, it wasn't until you said 100-hand slap that it really... I thought we
I
were
got the
dealing with a
sumo
Mortal
headbutt. I
Kombat.
figured
Yeah,
out that
it
was
was-
a
That
Honda,
makes
but
That makes
that
sense.
was
have
when I
not
figured out it was a
played-
Street Fighter game. So
I have not played Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2. Not even Street Fighter 2 Alpha, but Street Fighter 2 in middle school on, a friend's Super Nintendo. We'd go up there and play constantly. But I definitely mained E Honda as, a dirty preteen. So
No,
Oh,
same.
yeah.
it was E Honda and Blanca.
Yep. You
I
gotta-
enjoyed Blanca, but I really wasn't good at using special moves, but I could mash like crazy. So yeah, I
Oh,
could
you just
100-hand
used
slap.
the shock thing over and over again, and whenever anybody tried to do anything, they'd get zapped.
Yeah. No, it was E Honda and Guile for me.
Okay.
Yeah, for me it was E Honda and Dalsim, because he can punch you from across the screen. How
Yes,
do you
he can.
beat that?
Yeah, Dulcie mains are salty though. I have found in Street
That's-
Fighter 5.
That also tracks. Yeah, I played Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Sega Genesis.
Was that when you could
Turbo.
slide forward while 100-hand slapping?
Wait, you
Yeah,
can
they
do
added-
that?
Yeah, they
Yeah, there
added
was
stuff.
An
And,
evolution where you could do the 100-hand slap or the Chun-Li kick and slide forward and just pin somebody into a corner.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I
Oh, that
remember
seems
that.
unfortunate.
It was good. Yeah, Street Fighter 5, is neat. They've got 6 in development according to various semi-confirmed conversations. But they actually just dropped a whole new season and update that they hadn't really planned on. And they've added a bunch of cool stuff. So
Neat.
Sweet.
yeah, it's nice.
Okay.